Here we go. Gentlemen. Oh my goodness. We have a finals. We have an NBA finals. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hoop Call. Let's rock and roller. Bang. Episode 27. In the throes of the finals. What we've all been waiting for all year. And I wouldn't be anywhere else but with you guys. Who's in the building today? Tobes. Signal a classic for us, please.
Howdy all my gentlemen, howdy all my people. How we all doing? Back for another classic.
That's the one. Ollie the kid, he's back in the building.
Well, thanks for having us back, Doc. yeah, thanks for having us. Always glad to be back.
Always a pleasure. K-Dot, wherever you are in the world, good luck to you, mate. We're with you. Salute. Guys, at the Hoop Call on socials, at the Hoop Call on the YouTube, and we've got you shooting live as we do nowadays. I'm going to fade the music out because I want to get straight into this. Guys, we have an NBA Finals, to be fair. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say, listen, all this talk of asterisks and, you know, the lack of stars and this, that, and the other, there's a temptation, put it this way, the temptation to talk about what we don't have, isn't it? To talk about what we don't have. No LeBron. LeBron's doing Space Jam, you know what I mean, during the finals. That's crazy. No KD. He's getting banged out in the Olympics right now, pre-Olympic games. It's a tendency to talk about what we don't have, but the NBA Finals is special. It is special. It just is what it is. It's got the picks. It's got the fairy dust. And I should never doubt it for a second. Currently, Milwaukee Bucks versus the Phoenix Suns. 2-2. Home court advantage has been kept. And what I like about this is, I know it sounds stupid because title means just as much to anyone, but you know, and you can kind of feel how much a title will mean to these two franchises. And I'm sensing that feeling of urgency, of desperation, of nerves, of fear, knowing that these guys are thinking, you know what, this is a real chance. It's not one of those, listen, we're not a dynasty. We're not going to go on a 4 or 5 year run. You know what I mean? And I think that was epitomized in yesterday's game. So as I said, we're currently 2-2, right? Yesterday, Phoenix Suns were on the road. They were 2-1 up, game 4, and there were some key plays down the stretch. And I think 2 plays epitomize what I'm saying about just the class of the NBA Finals, the nerves, the tension, the desperation. Number 1, you know what I'm going to say. Did you see that block from Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Yoruba freak, on DeAndre Ayton? Oh my goodness. Tobes, can you please make that the YouTube homework for the week for those who haven't seen the block?
Yeah. We'll get something up there for appreciation for sure. I call it a PDM, a playoff defining moment.
Bang. Yeah. I love that. I'm going to give you one of those as well. A PDM. Officially a PDM, a playoff defining moment. It was absolutely sensational. Basically, long story short, he somehow managed to block an alley-oop when the ball went over his head. So he spanned, jumped, and blocked the guy all in one movement. And this guy was a 7-footer athletic freak in himself, in DeAndre Ayton, number 1 overall pick, who's been balling out of control this playoffs. It was only the Greek freak could make that play probably. Sensational. So the game, that would have tied the game, that play, right? Didn't. The Bucks go out the other end and score. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game, you know? Important. So that's one aspect. The other aspect, I think you're going to know what I'm talking about. Ollie, you know what I'm referring to? CP3 at the end of the game. It was a horrible turnover. CP3, he comes down the end. He comes down, he tries, I'm not really sure what he tries to do. He comes out the end. He stands at the top of the key. He gets the switch on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I think he feels he can put him on skates and get to his position in the mid range, and he slips, Steven Gerrard style. The Bucks go down the other end, score, blow the game open, and take the momentum absolutely out of those Phoenix Suns, and it was over from there. And again, that's a PDM, Tobes. You agree with me on that? That's a certified PDM. So, guys, I've talked. What do you think about what I've said? The tension's there, isn't it? The tension really is there. Who do you think has momentum at this moment in time?
For me, I had them down as the favourites going into this. So I think the Bucks have what it takes to take this now. A lot looking onto the game yesterday this is just me sort of, spitting out rumours, but potentially I don't think Chris Paul looks healthy after this from yesterday's game.
Oh my goodness, where has that come from?
Normally when you see him, he's turnover five turnovers yesterday. He was also allowing Cameron Payne to carry the ball up the court while he was sort of spotting in the corner. So that, for me, that kind of had a bit of alarm bells, because you don't want Cameron Payne bringing the ball up the court. You put it in the point guard's hands. So I don't think we'll see another game where Chris Paul takes over. This is just, I've been awful with takes this season. So you watch, he'll probably drop 40 in the next game. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't see, and I don't feel like Booker, it seems like he's coming back. He's not had a really good, he's had a quite poor finals up until yesterday's game. If he doesn't have any help from Chris Paul, I don't see much from Campaign, Jay Crowder, Tyler Johnson, those sort of players. While I think the Bucks, Giannis is going to give you 20, 28, 12 rebounds pretty much. He's going to average that every night. And all he needs is one half decent game from either Middleton or Holiday. And I think he will get that from them in the next two games.
So fatigue or nerves? I don't know where the injury thing is coming from. I'm thinking he's just looking shook.
I mean, I guess because of his age and it's Chris Paul, you always instantly think of injury over nerves, because he's meant to be the unshakable point guard. I did note down turnovers as well, same as Ollie. Not just him, but as a team, the Suns have been not handling the ball very well, and the Bucks are capitalizing pretty major. Chris Paul in particular, I swear he didn't average. I swear he got if you combine his last 5 rounds of playoffs, he's probably got 10 turnovers in total, and he's now got 10 in 2 games. So something's up, which is a bit weird, given that of all the people you probably want to go into a war with someone in the finals is Chris Paul, because he's someone that gives that kind of calm demeanor. You said fatigue or nerves. I'll give it to nerves, because it's a young team.
I think it's nerves.
None of them have been in this scenario. Not even Chris Paul. The only person who's been in this scenario in this entire team is Jay Crowder. And whilst he's a great glue guy, he's not probably the person you're running into battle behind. So it's a new environment for the team. One thing I've always noticed with the Suns is, you've got your pivotal marquee players in Booker and Chris Paul, but when they win and win well, 4 players always play really well. So Booker and Paul are the given.
Yeah. They're quite.
DeAndre Ayton's got to be sick on both sides of the court. So he at the moment he tends to be having a good game on defense and rebounding, and then nothing on offense. Like the most recent
6
one,
points is unacceptable.
6 points is not,
and 3
and 9 shots, terrible. Or he just does a lot on the offense. The other thing with him is he's got to not foul out. The Suns look so small compared to the Bucks, just physically. The Bucks are quite a big team and they're quite imposing, and I think that's harassing the young Suns. So they need DeAndre out there because he's the only legitimate big they have. Otherwise, they're scratching their heads.
Right. Okay. Let me check this. Let me ask you this question. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, it's a minor technical issues. My technical issue with my cat is literally messing me up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys hear me clearly, yeah? Sorry. Yeah. Listen, okay, so Michael Wilborn, he had a great take in my view, okay? And I want to know your opinion on this, particularly Ollie, because Ollie had the Bucks as favorites, yeah? Essentially, right. Do you agree that teams, people, players on the road to prosperity, on the road to a title, need to suffer?
Not necessarily, I don't think.
I think I see what he's saying, because basically what he's saying that the X factor for the Phoenix Suns is that they haven't had to suffer. They haven't had that pain, and then broken through the same way, it happened with LeBron or with, with LeBron, even like Giannis, KD, the Warriors, etc., etc. And the Phoenix Suns, unless you count the fact that their playoff drought was the suffering, they haven't had to go through war together to really build that bond. Do you think that's going to be a factor?
No, I don't. I think they've all. Right. I think they've. I think so. Oh, sorry. I think individually they've all. I think they've gone through the troubles. Not necessarily as a team, but I don't think you need that to sort of be able to progress. You look at other teams previously. I think that's just maybe just a storyline to sort of help try and push these finals, but I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I really see what I mean.
It's good to see he's back anyway.
Yeah, my cat got lost, but it came back for those listening. Anyway, listen, focus. I don't know if you think about look at the previous champions.
I think there's something to it. To be fair, maybe not to overstate it, but I think if you've been in that pressurized cauldron before, it's gonna help in these those moments where you just got to dig that a little bit deeper, or what it takes in this certain environment. And that's again coming back to the previous point made. Like the Bucks, whilst it's their first trip to the finals, they have been.
They've been through that pain.
They've done the pain. They've done the journey. Giannis is like the perfect young superstar in that he's had lots of experience now, playoff experience, whereas Book's first one and CP3's kind of first one anyway, this deep. And even outside of Giannis, you've got people like PJ Tucker, who's just been to these sort of things before, or he's been to conference finals. Same with Coach Vard. Yeah. So
I'm surprised you're not down with me on Tobes on this. If you look at the Suns have had it a little bit too easy so far. You know what I mean?
The Suns have it. They have had it easy, so, but
how are they going to respond to adversity?
Well,
this isn't really adversity 2-on-2 they got home court, but this is the closest thing they've got to adversity.
I don't think they have. They've had arguably the easiest run going into the finals. With I know you say every team's had injuries, but it just seems like it's been more to the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets. They've all had big injuries to play a part in them getting to the finals. But I don't feel. I understand they need that adversity to something to try and overcome, but. You've got Monty Williams and Chris Paul as well, who have had their own troubles, and they're the spearhead of it. So, but I think if there is a team that has had that, try to get over that adversity, is probably the Bucks who've gone through it. Them, as I sort of said, PJ Tucker with the Rockets, Giannis is always going to have that sort of monkey on his back. Maybe potentially MVP without a championship. So. I think I don't think it's a major part, but yeah, it could potentially help in that sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of in two minds about it, but I just wonder as it gets to squeaky bum time. I never thought I'd say it, but I don't know who would I back the Bucks in a game 7? They've done it. They've gone to they slayed the dragon already. They've had that pain. They've lost in a game. You know what I mean? I'm curious. I'm curious, and I do
who's got home court in this scenario?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix
I'll go with Phoenix then.
This is the second question. This is the question exact question I was going to ask. I was like, do you think home court's just going to hold this series? It feels like one of those.
I mean, this is where I'm happy for the small franchises because honestly, I think both sets of foam stands are actually better than like the Lakers ones. And have you seen these lot going hard on the cam?
It means a lot to these guys.
It means so much. They're chugging their beer, they're flexing. I'm here for it. I'd love to have tickets and be out there in the Valley or Milwaukee and just chugging with them. But honestly, I don't know if anyone's gonna break. If it is gonna break, it's gonna be this game 5. I think because the Bucks are riding a lot of momentum, and there's been a shift. There's been a shift from the outside, and you just feel like the Bucks are maybe in the Suns' head, and they're riding it, and they think they know, and just you get these small little vibes. But throughout this playoff run, the Phoenix Suns have found so much solace and strength playing at home. Like they're just like a different team. Everything gels more. Everyone's more switched on. Maybe it's your own net. Maybe it's your own court. You just always more comfortable. But I don't think it's going to break. If it is going to break, it's going to be this game that the Bucks go into the Valley and take game 5.
Interesting. Okay, Ollie, I'm going to ask you the question. Who do you think is the best player in this series? And then Tobes, I'm going to have you go back and forth with Ollie. Best player and most important player or piece in this series, because it's finely balanced. Like I can't make up my mind. Like Phoenix have got the most killer scorer in Devin Booker when he decides to do it. But then I'm looking at Giannis and thinking now he's kind of going Super Saiyan. Like I'm seeing like MVP Giannis. And I'll come back to him. But then there's Chris Paul, who's point guard. So yeah, Ollie and Toad, what do you reckon? Ollie, you best player in this series overall, and then Toad's most important. What do you reckon? You two, give me some thoughts.
The best, I don't think you can look past Giannis as being the best player. 2-time MVP, one-time defensive player. During this. It seems like he was out. Was it out really sort of first game? Didn't play 4 minutes and sort of getting his way back in. Still averaging 32 points, 14 rebounds, 5.5 assists, nearly 2 steals, 1.5 blocks. So I can't look. He is the decision maker. I think if he's going to be, as I said, he's probably he's going to be the most consistent as well. He will get you. If you look at tomorrow, the next game's box score, I'll be surprised if I don't see anything over 25 points, 12 rebounds, something along the lines of that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Then Tobes, who's the most important piece in this series?
Yeah, that's a tough question. Like we hinted at earlier, the turnovers for me are a big issue. On specifically the Phoenix Suns, and those turnovers start with Chris Paul. In the previous series, they only averaged 10.8 turnovers against the Clippers. At the moment, they're on 13.5. That's a big jump, man. It's
3 points. It's 3 points, man.
And being the point guard is with Chris Paul. That jump, that differential is with him. In the same light, you mentioned Booker's an outscorer. He just broke the rookie postseason record for most points, 542 and counting.
Wow.
And that's already now. And if this goes deep, he can go and smash that. So you don't know if that might be something that's not broken for a while. So he's just as important for his lethality in scoring. props to Drew and Middleton. I think they also dictate a lot. But for me, it's that guy again. It's DeAndre Ayton. He's the most important player in this series because if he beasts out the way he has previously, he's a matchup nightmare for the Suns. For the Bucks, because Giannis is already doing Giannis things and he's guarding with Ayton when he can, but he's also switching, guarding bare people, as well as running the offense.
Hold on a second. Say that last bit again. He's a matchup nightmare for the Bucks, right? Against the Bucks.
For the Suns. Against the Bucks, against the Bucks. And I know Giannis has been on him and he's been doing his thing too. But if he goes into beast mode, there's not many. They don't have too many options or people that can switch onto him. He's doing a lot on the rebounding and kind of defensive side. But I want to see him take more shots. I want to see him roll to the rim more. I want to see him also use his jump shot where he can. Because I think, to be honest, if the Suns really want to go hard, they can't just rely on the perimeter guards because Drew and Middleton are doing their thing and they can also throw Pat Connaughton. So to move that needle over the edge, as well as the rest of the team doing their thing, DeAndre needs to make that step up to be the version we saw in the previous rounds, where he's very, very good.
That 20 and 10 guy is kind of almost weird. So would you rather, Ollie and Tobes, would you rather Ayton be a 20 and 10 guy rather than a 6 and 18 guy?
For me, if your main guy can get hot, let him have the ball more. I think if you're taking away shots from your most important player, which with D-Book and potentially Chris Paul, I'd want sort of Ayton maybe not taking as many shots. And it's not, and I think he's got a bit more of a matchup than sort of sort of like especially like against the Clippers with Zubac. So with Brook Lopez, people forget Brook Lopez when he's the all-time bucket getter for Brooklyn. At this one point he was averaging 20 points and 10 rebounds as well. So but no, I think I do agree with Toby that he could be the decision maker. Like if he does get, if he hits 1 or 2 perimeter shots a game, he's got that mid range, still getting 10 plus boards a game. But I don't think he's the most important, but potentially most pivotal.
Interesting. I'm surprised none of you have jumped on the Drew Holiday bandwagon. Like, I look
too temperamental, man. I've lost faith in Drew.
Oh, he's gone.
He's not that guy.
Yeah, he's doing everything like your worst expectation of him to do. That's where he's at right now. Like he's not that. He's not even that much better than freaking Eric Bledsoe. He's better at D, but the offense has been tragic. My goodness.
I mean, I get you. It's been disappointing. But I'm sure you guys are giving up on him. I get why. I'm not sure. It's kind of the easy way to say. I think it might be Chris Paul, but I think we need a bit more offense from him. I don't think a 10 and 9 Chris Paul will get it done. At all.
I think Drew's been on because it's normally Drew. Holiday's matchup is with Chris Paul, and Middleton's been matching up with Booker. So I think that's sort of main, the best defender if he can shut off the offense. Because normally they're, the offense yesterday for the Suns, the Bucks had 19 more shots than them. So and Holiday still shot only 20. Holiday still only shot 20%, with Middleton taking.
Pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic. You can't be shooting that.
Which is you can't win, and the Bucks. I think they only scored seven 3-pointers as well, which you can't. They won yesterday, but if they're going to continue like that, then they will potentially lose. But I don't see the Bucks having another performance like that, as in Drew Holiday just being non-existent and not being able to hit. And PJ Tucker scored. I know he's not there to score, but 0 points is not really acceptable. I don't believe.
Unacceptable. So it's fully unacceptable. Now, having seen what I saw yesterday, I wanted to bring this take to you. Maybe I'm in my feelings, but I honestly think I don't know if it's the culture that we're in at the moment, but I think that Giannis Antetokounmpo is actually underrated. I say that because I feel that people go on about what he can't do. Oh, he's not a closer. He hasn't got the J. He can't shoot the three. It's like, I mean, imagine if you spoke about other stars like that, just focusing on what they can't do. It wouldn't make sense. Nick Wright made a good point about this. Like, if you're a shooting guard, right? And you were getting 33 points a game and scoring 8 threes a game, right? No one's going to be like, yeah, but what did you do in the post? You know what I mean? He got nothing in the restricted area. You know, he's a bit weak. He can't. You accept the strengths. And I'm looking at Giannis and I'm thinking, he came back from that knee injury. He's putting up legendary performances on both ends of the floor, and people are still questioning him. By people, I mean people like Skip Bayless. The nonsense that he's saying, he's just not that guy. Does Giannis have anything to prove at this point? Are we all, are we going to be that people that, but he didn't win it. He didn't win the finals. Is this how it's going to be going forward? So if he loses this finals, are we saying, but he didn't get it done? Or are we appreciating that he's putting together a legendary finals? It's literally MJ and Shaq that have these numbers at this efficiency. That's it.
I don't think anyone will question that his ability. Not that he should have, but like as in postseason ability, because the gaudy numbers he's put up in the regular season, he's now done it throughout the postseason and even in the finals, which is like very validation to your ability. But he has to win. He has to win as well, because that's what makes Shaq, and that's what makes MJ. They got those numbers and won. You don't want to be the guy who gave it your all, but you still couldn't do it. It will be no knock, but unfortunately it's the way that the American sports system, and particularly the NBA, is built. It's built on chips, and it always will be, because you can't then just change the metric. So if all those guys went to the finals and put legendary performances, they've gone and made up for it in other cases. One comes to mind is obviously LeBron. Went absolute Broly mode against the Warriors. Went in 6, but he was literally playing with the user Kareemism fisherman, So like, but if Giannis is gonna lose, I mean, we don't know where this is going. He could win this in 7. If they do lose, he's got to come back again and still win it. Like, this can't be it. This can't be it.
I think it's going to be tough for him. I think if he doesn't win this, then he's not winning one of the Bucks anyway. I'm just waiting for Giannis Luka in a few years. In my mind, I'm mentally, I've got that penned. Ollie, tell me, Giannis, do you think the criticism's warranted, or do you think it's just Americans being Americans?
Yeah, I think it is just, being a bit nitpicky. Giannis is not the most technical best players, which he's been criticised by Harden, KD, but he's one of the most unstoppable forces in the league.
Thank you. Exactly. You get the buckets, and defensively, defense is part of the game as well, right?
And when exactly. And there's not really, he's one of the few players who can probably guard between 1 through 5. He can play the center. And when he's actually, the last couple of games, he has been actually hitting his free throws out not awful, right? And, if he does hit between 60-70% of his, 70% of his free throws, then you can't stop him, because if you get into the paint, you can't stop him at all. And I think that, as I said, he's at the moment in the game, he's he is unstoppable when he's on form, and that comes with consistency because you know what you're going to get from every game.
That's the thing, and that thank you. You've hit the nail on the head. Like, do you know how special it is to know and to give to your teammates that no matter what happens, even if I miss 13 free, no matter what happens, yeah, I might jack up 6 threes, miss 5, miss 10 free throws. You are going to get 30 points. You're going to get 10 rebounds. You're going to get, 2 or 3 great defensive plays, and I'm going to do it in about 55 to 60% shooting. That is beyond special. And it's making it very difficult for me to choose who I want to win this, because obviously CP3, I want it to be CMVP3 as opposed to CP0. But Giannis, the way he's playing in these playoffs, those PDMs, Tobes, I'm liking that phrase. When you look through House of Highlights, that scream, that roar is special, man. It's special to see what he's doing. Which brings me to predictions. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna say, because I am wrong all the time, by the way, listeners, so don't take this as gospel. But I think the Bucks have got it in a game 7. I just believe in Giannis. I do not believe in Coach Bud. I do not believe in Drew Holiday. I do not believe in the Bucks as anything. Frankly, I do not believe Chris Middleton will remain consistent. In many ways, I'm not a believer in any way, shape, or form. But this guy, the Yoruba freak, is, as Ollie said, the best player on this court. And I love his post-match, the way he talks, the way he understands the game, the way he's locked in on what he wants to do. And I believe this is written. For him, this is written. The way he's elevated his game over time as well. I just believe it's all written. He didn't come out a superstar, but he is now. And it's beautiful. Gentlemen, I'm seeing some mild freezing. Let me know if you can hear me. What's this one? Okay, cool. Oh.
Nope.
See you later.
We lost,
What's going on there?
Not sure. He's trying to see into a crystal ball, work out who's going to win this game. I think that's the tough one. Probably whoever wins next maybe wins it all.
Yeah, I think it'll go Bucks in 7. I think
Bucks in 7.
I think you think Suns in 7.
Is that what I said before?
No. I'm guessing that's what you're thinking.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it would be a big ask for them. It's a big ask for the Suns to come on and win this next game. Like they need to, honestly. If they don't, it could be over.
Yo, I'm back.
Just after dropped out of nowhere.
Second win.
That happens, and it's even this post work. People starting to log on. You guys, you got to jump in now. Tell me what your predictions. I've gone Bucks in 7. I've told you why. I've done an emotional soliloquy about Giannis. None of you heard, which is fine. Ollie, talk to me.
Yeah, we were just having a quick chat after you dipped, and I agree with you. I do think Bucks in 7. I see maybe not. I think a lot of similarities in in the last game coming into this game with scoring wise. Chris Middleton, Chris Middleton did this last series. It took him a few games to get into his rhythm, and then from there, I think he sort of averaged 25 plus points. I don't think he will continue that, but I don't think he will have his 20% from the field games as he has done. And I think that and all you need after that Drew to, average 15 points a game, not even that potentially. So I think
Let me remind you, Ollie, every time Chris Middleton has shot over 40%, the Bucks have won this postseason. 40%. But yeah, continue. It's a ridiculous stat, isn't it?
Yeah, and if for as long as they can keep a couple of players off the floor, even Bobby Portis, he can come in, play 15 minutes, grab you 8-10 points, and again, that's a massive difference. I don't think the Phoenix, they need Booker to. I think they need Booker to average 35 points from now on, pretty much.
But he can do it. He can do it.
Exactly. He's one of them. I think he's. I think he must be averaging close to that, but he has had poor games this series. But that could be a turning point for him.
Really interesting. But you got Bucks in 7. Tobes, I know you're going to go the other way. You got to go the other way.
I have to swerve. It's boring for the fans and ourselves if we all think the same. So I will swerve purely because you two have made a decision for me. Let me put some respect on them. It's doable, right? We're going back to the Valley now for the next game. I think they need to come up. I was saying to Ollie, they need to come put their stamp on this game, honestly. Like, we need a complete performance, not just from Booker, not just from Paul, not just from Ayton. We need like all three of them. My favorite Suns is the one when those three bang and then you throw in a fourth person, a Mikal Bridges, a Jay Crowder, or a Campaign. There's always one of them that steps up with those three. Yeah. And they
got to be a big three.
Yeah, big three and then one bench hero, and the Suns never lose. They literally never. They haven't lost when that happens. So we saw the Cam Johnson nasty dunk, another. I thought PDM, not more because it was disgusting, and because if I saw that from my team, I'm getting gassed. I'm like, we have to win now. So they have the element, they have the potential for any one of those guys to step up and do well. So they can win that. I could always see the Bucks nipping one anyway, and then going Game 7, and then I'm just swerving and saying on that day, maybe CP3 comes in and pulls in a clutch performance, a killer game, a 35 and 12, 2 steals, efficient line. I don't know. I just want to see. I want to see a Game 7 anyway. That'd be historic. If I win, I can brag about being right. If I lose, I get gas for the man who's eating all the yam.
It's true. It's kind of a win-win. I think we'll probably have to stay up if it's a Game 7. We'll have to firm it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm even attempting to watch the next. Going to attempt to watch every other game. Actually, I tried last night. It didn't work well. But I'm here for it from now on. Yeah,
mate. I love it. I can't tell you how much I love the NBA Finals. It's just something special about it in terms of the major sports. Having a finals that's a series. I know there's magic in a one and done, but it's just seeing how a series develops over time. You know what I mean? The changes, the reaction. It's just special. There's nothing like it. And it's been nice to be able to see different stars in that position. To see Giannis in the finals, to see CP3 in the finals, to see Book in the finals. Even Chris Middleton, just to see, what's going on with him. It's been great. Okay, I don't know what K-Dot's prediction is. So we'll have to see. I'll put it in the IG or something. Other than that, we move. Game 5 is coming up. Tell me. Must be day after tomorrow. Early hours.
Yeah. So Sunday morning UK 2 a.m.
So that's I love it when a team's got 3 wins. It just hones everything in. So we'll see. I have a feeling it'll go home court. But there we go. You can tell the excitement in my voice. Special times ahead. Special times ahead. Speaking of special, you guys absolutely continue to be special. Toes and Ollie, appreciate all your takes. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your energy. We got to meet up. We'll meet up again before Game 7. We'll you know what, and we'll try and stay up and watch Game 7. We'll do a watch along, try and firm it, see how it goes. It'll be
Sounds
wavy.
good to me.
It'll be wavy.
Quick points from my end.
Go on.
Happy the US are getting beaten. Always great for the world.
They're getting banged.
Oh, I love the panic. You see all of them on the all of our media friends across the pond. Like,
Shook, isn't it?
the Nigeria one was like oh man, we lost to Nigeria. Are they meant to be good? Are we just crap? Like, and then to have the back-to-back was like the Salt Bay finesse on top, because they started freaking out. Everyone was just like, what's going on?
Mate. And people worrying KD's going to change his nationality. I saw those memes. My next chapter, I see it also. Mate,
taking my talents to Queensland.
I imagine that, taking his talents to Abuja. Bro, I'm telling you that USA roster obviously good enough to win, but it's a bit of a weird one.
Bro, have you seen some of the names?
The starting five is like Beal, Tatum, KD, Dame, and Draymond. It's just a weird.
It's a weird mashup of players.
Yeah.
They've taken someone called Josh McGetty.
Josh who?
McGetty. Yeah.
What? Kevin Love?
Yeah.
Kevin Love's there.
Darius Garland. There's some weird names. There's a guy called Cam Reynolds. I'm like, who the hell is? Sounds like a made up 2K player or something.
Yeah, like a gen player, like a regen player. Is he? Is he in the NBA?
I don't know. I should have googled these people.
Wait, there's another guy called. Who is it?
Cam Reynolds and Dakota Matthews was another name. I was like, I've never heard of.
Cam Reynolds. Oh, he plays in the Italian basketball league.
Wow.
For Dolomiti Energio Trento. I hope this guy is averaging 30 points a game.
And you're leaving people like John Moran and stuff at home. It's just like, what the hell, man? This is the thing a lot of them are saying. They're saying like they're lacking a playmaker and a big man.
Defense.
Yeah.
Literally, they don't have and you go into the Olympics where every other country has legitimate 7'2" big men.
I remember
they care as well. They care about their performances.
The last Olympics, they were playing like, I think they were playing like was it like Carmelo at centre? They were playing something weird. They played like this super small ball. And it was like Carmelo or someone was playing centre, but they've got no. Yeah, apart from I don't get. You know how they should have taken LaMelo Ball if it was available. How much? Or just anyone who
wants to pass the ball. When you look at that roster, it's hella shoot first. Dame, KD, Tatum, Bill, Levine. They're all just scorers, man. Like no one wants to pass.
It's just ball. a lot of ISO play. Yeah.
Yeah,
they need Campazzo to come and be American for.
They just played against him, weren't it? Against
Argentina? They did trounce Argentina. Yeah.
And Argentina have still got Luis Scola playing. He's 41 years old now.
I saw them grey hairs. I was like, this guy's still. He looks
still playing basketball. he looked big.
I really want the Americans to lose because I think they've just come in so complacent.
I love it. I'd love it.
It's been a little reminder that it's actually a team sport. You have to like play a little bit of team and move and play defense and everything. That's been great. Also, Ben Simmons on the trade block. Hopefully, I can put some. Here comes the money.
Yeah, I did put a couple together. Just I like to play around with it, but we can discuss that.
You must send them to Golden State. Please,
are there bare draft picks involved?
I'll be sending them off to wherever.
Coming to OKC, isn't he?
He's going to OKC.
He's going to OKC, man. We'll just promise all our draft picks.
But it's because they want a superstar in return, but after the playoffs, Are they going to get? Are they going to get this player?
It's
I
very,
don't.
very difficult. I'm also hearing Dame to Golden State is genuinely being explored. I mean, that just sounds ridiculous unless they want to go like Super Saiyan small. And just,
I don't get it.
I don't even know how that would work.
It'd be like an AAU team. I don't know what that would be.
Who's getting their rebounds?
Who are you giving up?
I don't know.
Well, we will give you Wiggins.
Every pick you have, and Wiggins and Oubre. That's what they're doing. And Wiseman. That's what they're doing.
Great. You got to get Ben Simmons in that team, and they're fine. They're probably favourites, I would say. If Clay comes back 90% of what he is. With Ben Simmons and Clay and Steph, for me, they're favourites. Definitely to come out of that West. Now that Kawhi's down.
Cowboys. It's a shoot 'em up. And depends on what the Lakers. I was hearing the Lakers want to get Ball Senior back.
Yeah. I'm hearing we're trying to get Lonzo back. The Lakers are in a bit of a pickle, man. They can't make.
He's a free agent. Free agent.
Yeah. That'd be horrible. Get rid of Kuz as well while you're at it, mate. You gambled on the wrong.
Who is it that said they'll trade Kuz for J. Cole? It's like Shannon. I think it was Shannon. He's like, "Hey, I'll trade Kuzma for J. Cole."
Oh, that is Shannon. That was cold. That's cold-blooded, man.
That's so bad.
He's been.
I got one more little point for you. I was like, when in my storyline I was doing the whole following. The NBA released the top 15 most sold jerseys this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Number 1,
LeBron James.
obviously the king. Yes. Who do you reckon number 2?
Chef.
Nope.
Chef at 2. Really?
Nope. He was number 7.
Was it Giannis? Giannis was 2.
Giannis was 2.
Steph Curry was 7.
Yep. He's done. Didn't get deep. People forgot about him.
Wow. So
KD was number 3.
People like Kyrie as much as
Kyrie's low, number 8.
Oh, okay.
Was it Luka 4th? Was Luka 4th?
Luka was 4. Surprising guy at 5. Surprised me.
LaMelo Ball.
Nope. In Team USA.
Harden, was it?
Dame time.
Oh, Tatum.
Tatum.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that.
Harden was number 9. Dame was number 10. At 6, you've got someone who's in the NBA Finals right now.
Book.
Yeah, D Booker. Number 11, someone who could have been in the NBA Finals.
Kawhi Town.
Great storyteller. Plays to the crowd.
Who?
Bit of a villain.
Trae Young.
Trae Young at number 11.
Hey, this is shocking to me. Where's Kawhi Town and all that?
Kawhi was 15th. So lost.
Where's PG?
He ain't charismatic. That's the thing. PG's not on this list.
Yeah.
PG or CP is not on this list. Number 12 was Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Number 13 was the Brow, AD.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And number 14 was Ja Morant. Fair play to the guy.
Hey, you're changing in the guard.
Yeah, there's a lot of youngins in that. A lot of youngins.
LaMelo Ball wasn't in
Trae
that.
Young.
LaMelo is not. No.
Okay.
Trae must have sold shirts during the playoffs because I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
Because ATL went deep.
Yeah.
They got a bit of a mad fan base, so they all bought the shirts.
Yeah,
and that correlates.
It must have been from the playoffs because LaMelo, those I tried to look for one of those jerseys and they're like gold dust.
Yeah. A rookie LaMelo shirt in 10
Rookie
years.
LaMelo vest would be big. Let's hook
It's
at the buzzer. What you saying?
Yeah,
the buzzer, man. Come on, man. What's that you out? We got a total of 0 people watching the live, bro. I don't know how much that gives us.
We'll hook us up. And the thing is, it correlates too a little bit because there was also a top 10 team merchandise. Number 1, you can guess pretty easy. Yeah. Number 2.
Not Golden State. I just thought Golden State still got juice.
Nah, number 9. They were 9th.
Brooklyn, that dark, that black and white kit. Yeah, number 2.
Brooklyn stand up. Jay-Z as well. Number 3.
Clippers.
No. Clippers aren't even there, man. The Suns.
That's
People
shocking.
behind the Suns, man. That's why I think Book was so high. Number 4.
Philly.
Nah, man. Philly was 7th,
The Bucks,
which is crazy.
Surely
The
not.
Bucks. The Bucks.
Mate,
These obsessed. Milwaukee's a sport. It's a tiny place, isn't it? Wisconsin, wherever. But
they got Green Bay as well.
They're a sports obsessed thing, man. So I think they're all in when the whole thing. Number 5 was Chicago.
Okay, yeah.
6th, the Knicks. 8th, we had Boston. And to round out the top 10, you got Toronto Raptors, which I thought about. It's the whole country, in it, when you think about it.
Yeah, true. But they've been so anonymous this year. They just overpaid so many of their players. So many of their players just cannot believe their luck, man.
Wait, if you're the Lakers, fam, you should go try and get Fred VanVleet or something like that.
He'd be nice. I think he's a nice piece somewhere.
Yeah, he can do he can do damage and play postseason. Carry some load for LeBron.
Get too expensive now, probably.
Probably big market value.
He'd be great because he's clutch as well. He likes them, but you might get a trade. We'll see what Toronto want to do. Actually, but they're going to have to.
Yeah, they should just blow it up, man. I don't think they can salvage that roster.
I was thinking they might try and make a move for Ben Simmons. They're the type of franchise that has to pick up, that has to sweep up the. They have to get the junk. When people are unhappy, people are not sure. So I was like, yeah, we'll have them for a bit. We'll give it a go.
Horrible. Messiah out there fixing his jumper. Turns into this sick 3-point shooter.
You get me? So it's one of them. It's one of them. Oh dear, gents. Any more hot takes?
Nothing from me.
For the time
Shout out to Luca. Shout out to Luca for making the cover of 2K22 as well.
Yes, he did. And he's balling for Slovenia.
And he's balling.
I want to watch Slovenia play, but fair play. Honestly,
some Slovenian basketball.
He's having a great time though. He's having some great what's it called? Some highlights. I'll have to put it in the group for you lot. Right, gents, been a pleasure. I'll see you very soon. Let me drop this music. Yes, this is the one. Got it right first time. Hoop Nation. Hold tight. See you at Game 7. Peace.